This week at Cosmic Toys, we got a little bit of Star Trek, we've got a little bit of Aliens, and we got a whole lot of Star Wars. Oh, and I was robbed. And so the first trading I'm going to show you this week are some graphic novels and some comics. Ooh. Published by Image Comics, we've got Newburn. This is brought to you by writer Chip Zdarsky. Apologies, Chip, if I've butchered your surname. And artist Jacob Phillips. Let's see what this is about. Easton Newburn is a private detective without loyalties, investigating conflicts between rival crime factions. With his new assistant, Emily, Newburn follows murderers, arsonists and corrupt officials, while trying to stay out of their crosshairs. But how long can that last? So apparently this covers the first 8 issues. Whether or not it continued after that is beyond me. But the artwork looks nice and clean. There's that one then. And then we've also got a manga. This one's from Dark Horse Comics and is by Hiroki Samura. Again, apologies if I've butchered that name too. Blade of the Immortal Omnibus one. It's a bit of a classic, is this one. Blade of the Immortal. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. And I ain't going to read all that to you. So, pause it now if you want to read it. From DC Comics, the Black Label, we got a Suicide Squad Blaze set of 3 comics. And these appear to be signed, well, they are signed, and they appear to be signed by writer Simon Spurrier and artist Aaron Campbell. Simon's written in black and Aaron has written in green. So we've got issue 1 there, issue 2, and issue 3. Sadly, issue 3 does appear to be a little bit smudged on Aaron's signature, but it's there, it's there. I'll get these bagged and boarded in the appropriate size bags and boards, and they'll be going up for sale soon. Now, we also had these 2 hardcover graphic novels brought in, and this is the full set of 2. There's only the 2 of them. High School of the Dead. Volume 1 there, Volume 2 there. And no, I'm sorry, I can't flick through these for you. They're a little bit naughty. They're a little bit naughty, so yeah, not flicking through these because this is not an adult channel. And it would need to be an adult channel to show you these. But yeah, as this is a full set, I'm going to sell these as a pair. So sorry if you're just looking for Volume 2 or just Volume 1, but they're going to go together. Same chap, regular of mine for many, many years, also brought me this, which is Sword Art Online, the movie, ordinal scale. This is according to the box, I don't know anything about this. Weiss and Schwartz, so white and black, English edition booster trading card packs, whatever. You get 20 packs in that box, and these are going back to, did he say 2016? Yeah, 2016. So they're these have long since been unavailable, and I can't find them anywhere online. So if anyone's got an idea how much these should be going for, could you get in touch and let me know, please? Friend and subscriber of the channel, Mr. Jumping McClunky, also brought me in a load of cool die-cast pieces. So let's have a look at those. So yeah, most of them are these Joal Compact Series die-cast models. They're really, really nice. Very heavy, very solid, made to be played with and not fall apart. They don't make them like they used to, do they? A lot of them are these kind of construction vehicles. There's also a lot of trucks as well. And I won't spend too long on them because, well, as you know, die-cast isn't really my thing per se. And there's that one as well. Oh, one more, the one that I showed you at the start, I think. Dump truck. And there's also a Corgi Eddie Stobart wagon. And that's a Corgi one as well. And then there's a bit of a more vintage Corgi one here. Has some play wear to it, as you would expect from a vintage toy. And there's also a pretty cool looking dinky wagon. Again, that has quite a bit of play wear too. And then also part of the lot was this cat piece, which this is really cool, really heavy. And this is by Northcott. I've not heard of them before, so let me know. I'm guessing that they're a good quality one because this feels good quality. But let me know if it is just a cheap piece of rubbish. I don't think it is. And Jumpy even brought me these delicious looking carrot cake muffins that he'd baked. Well, it's been 2 weeks that I've not had a delivery. So this diamond delivery is supposed to cover 3 weeks worth of stuff. I wonder what's in there. So, not to break tradition, I'm going to start with the comics off this delivery, and I'm starting with Marvel for a change though. We've got Marvel Zombies, issue 4 of the Black, White and Blood series. Got Spider-Boy. Got Blade. Continuing with the Gang War crossover series, we've got Daredevil, Luke Cage, Spider-Woman, Miles Morales Spider-Man, issues 14 and 15, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, The Avengers, and fellow guy from the Tube, Andy from Excelsior's Domain, did pop in just before Christmas, and he asked me to order him this latest Captain America series because he's a big fan of writer there, J. Michael Straczynski of Babylon 5 fame. So here we have the first 5 issues for him. Issues 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so you'll be able to come and pick them up at his leisure. Now, I believe there's only going to be 6 issues in that run, so we're nearly done already. Then we've got the 4th issue of Predator versus Wolverine. Looks like it's all going on that cover. Star Wars, the Sith and the Skywalker. I've got to be honest, I'm really under-impressed with that cover. It looks quite bland and generic 90s style artwork and quite boring. And we've got also Darth Vader. I'm a good salesman, aren't I? Darth Vader. I think this is, I'm hoping this is the final issue now of the Dark Droids crossover series. And it looks like they brought Sauron in from Lord of the Rings. He's come to try and find the one lightsaber. Quite liking the action figure variant for it though. That looks pretty sweet. In fact, I have to say, I think I kind of want that as a figure. That's pretty cool. From DC, we've got Batman. And we've got the variant of it, which that's a pretty awesome looking cover, is that? That's nice, is that one. Detective Comics. Harley Quinn. And its variant. Sonic the Hedgehog. Army of Darkness Forever. The Case of the Bleeding Wall. Now this is a customer order, as most of my comics are customer orders. Issue 4 of 4. I don't think I've had all 4 of these, so I might have to go back and check to see what I've missed for that customer. Book of Butcher. Now this is coming out of Something is Killing the Children, and I think it's a one-shot. The 4th issue there of Transformers, the latest run by Image, or Skybound. King Spawn. Gunslinger Spawn. No One. World Tree. Now we've got a couple of the expensive variants of Tarot Witch of the Black Rose here. We've got, in fact, is that Snow White back there? Looks like Snow White. She's been turned into a vampire. And that comes with a naughty looking art print. And then we've got the photo cosplay variant signed. Graphic novels, Sonic the Hedgehog, Scrapnik Island. This was supposed to come before Christmas, but hey ho, it's here now. And Elvira meets Vincent Price. Moving on to manga, and we've got My Hero Academia Team Up Missions Volume 4. Cherry Magic, Volume 9. I can't make out what that says. Let's have a look at the side of it. The Ultramarine Sky. Fair enough, that kind of makes sense. And we've got Love Nest Volume 2 and Love Nest 2nd Volume 1. Moving on to the toys, and I think they're taking the mickey a little bit with these. It's the extra stock that they owed me of the Nightmare Before Christmas Funko Pops. And yeah, one of them is a Christmas piece. What good is it to anyone in January? And also, what feels like it's running late, but probably isn't, we've got the Stranger Things Eddie Munson Funko Pop. This feels like it's about 18 months too late, but hey ho, it's here now. Moving on to Star Wars now, and we've got what's very much a Boba Fett themed, or Book of Boba Fett themed shipment. We've got a Cad Bane there, from the Black Series. Pretty cool looking figure. Again, feels like it's a little bit too late, you know. Book of Boba Fett was well over a year ago now, wasn't it? Or they're just churning things out so fast that it feels more recent than it was. And then we've got the retro collection figures. There's the Tusken Warrior. That's pretty cool, that. I dare say it's just a reuse of the original mould with in a different colour plastic and some soft goods, but it looks good. But come on, Hasbro, you could have given us hollow tubes. So we got a few of those. we got Luke Skywalker of the Jedi Academy. Would have been quite cool, I think, if it had come with the backpack for the child. Then you could have put the figure in from series 1 of these. Or is this supposed to come with one? No, there isn't one in this wave, so let's use that image. Very strange. Cool though. Again, reusing the mould of the original Luke. And last but not least, we got Cad Bane again. So we started off with him and we're ending with him. Cool looking mould there. At least that one's all original, isn't it? All new. Moving on now, and we got some pretty cool Godzilla pieces. These are all exclusive type ones as well. We've got Jet Jaguar. This is the soaring version, so he's got the extra added bits on top of his head there, and his arms are up because he's flying. Got another one of those Marusum ones. This one's in metallic green. Very cool. Godzilla does look just like a dinosaur when he's in green, doesn't he? Big T-Rex. But moving on to the better ones, we've got some of the glow-in-the-dark Comic-Con exclusives. There's Megalon. And you better believe it, I'll be keeping one each of these, and these will be coming out of the box maybe. Got Gigan. Looking absolutely awesome there with all his bling. And my favourite by far, just because the colour of the card back really makes that figure pop, is the Godzilla, the 62 version. There's a Caesar Romero jokerness about this. You know, that shade of pink is the same as the Joker's suits, the green for the hair and the creamy white for the face. That's, yeah, very much so. Loving that one. Loving that. And sticking with Super 7, there's one non-Godzilla item which I've got absolutely no memory of ordering. And it's the Ultimate Motorhead Lemmy figure. Let's have a look and see what it looks like. Oh, that is really cool. Yes, we like that. Even though I don't recall ordering it. It comes with a bottle of Knock Jack as well. A naughty hand. Yeah, awesome stuff. And the last of this week's delivery. Don't you just hate it when you wait all that time for a bust and then two turn up at once? From Diamond Select Toys, we've got one of their gallery dioramas. Well, we've got two. We've got the Indiana Jones Temple Escape from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just missing the great big boulder behind him. Pretty cool likeness of him, is that? And obviously, probably the most iconic scene from all of the films. And then we've got Bridge Escape from Temple of Doom. Which again, quite a cool likeness of him. Awesome sauce. And we've had a bit of a Star Wars trade-in as well. Not loads of carded figures here, but a handful. From the 90s Power of the Force line, we've got this Snowtrooper with minted coin. Millennium minted coin, I think this range was called. Box is sealed, but it does have a little wear. From the Power of the Jedi line, we've got the Darth Maul with Sith Attack Droid. Always been a bit of a favourite of mine, is that one. From Star Wars Rebels, we've got Sabine Wren and an Imperial Stormtrooper. They're both 5 points of articulation. From The Last Jedi and the Force Link series, we've got a First Order Flame Trooper. From the Vintage Collection, we have a carbonised Imperial Death Trooper. Also from the Vintage Collection, the chap brought me a Navarro Cantina. This one's still sealed and also comes with an Imperial Death Trooper. From the Forces of Destiny short-lived run, we've got a 12-inch Chewbacca doll, and he does make noises. And there's also this really cool, I think this was from the 30th anniversary collection. I forget what this is called now. Is it an ATAP or an ATPT or something along them lines? It can seat 2 troopers on the inside, 1 on the top, and yeah, I've just knocked the side door off there. And it comes with the missile and the big long gun, which is usually missing. So, very cool. And also part of that job lot is this great big bag for life full of loose Star Wars figures. And there's all sorts in there. Absolutely all sorts. It's going to take me a lot of hours, a lot of days to go through. There's a few vintage, mostly modern. There's bounty hunters, there's aliens, there's Jedi, there's Sith. You name it, there's absolutely all sorts in here. And yeah, in fact, we may have a live stream coming up where I sort these out to get them ready for sale. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. That'll keep me going for a little bit, I think. And it weren't just Star Wars that they brought me. Oh, no. They also brought me a couple of the old McFarlane Toys Beatles figures. So we've got John with the Bulldog. This is from the Beatles Yellow Submarine animated movie that there was. A 4-headed bulldog, isn't it? I've never actually watched it. I suppose I need to watch it, don't I? I'm guessing that's been added by the customer at some point. That's the whole set there on the back. And there's also George with the snapping Turk. And I got a couple of Playmate Star Trek ships. There's the USS Enterprise D, the battle damage version, and a Klingon warship. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its plastic mission, apparently to fall apart because this is the battle damage version. And you can take the panels off. I don't know how. I don't know if there's a button that you have to press. Is that it? There we go. Oh, lights and sounds as well. Shall we do that again? Oh, yes, we likey. So there you go. This is the version that would have been released for Star Trek Generations or so, I believe. It does have other sound effects as well. Which sounds very similar, doesn't it? There we are. We're done. And last one. Now, interestingly, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not recall the nacelle lights flashing on the Enterprise. I thought that they were just constantly on. They didn't flash to sounds, did they? Oh well, that's me just moaning about something for the sake of moaning. Pretty cool little model is that. Always a fun one. Let's get those bits put back on there, and then I can show you the Klingon warship as well. There we go. And here we are. I should have dusted this, shouldn't I? We have the Klingon warship. I forget the name of it. Vorska, is it? I can't remember. Now, if I remember right, one of these buttons doesn't work, sadly. But there we are. Let's see. Well, it's not that one. That one works. Ah, there we go. It's that one. Nothing happening. And then last one. Well, that's exciting, isn't it? And there you are. That's your Star Trek lot for this week. And then we also took in a really interesting part exchange featuring some pretty cool Alien and Predator pieces. So there was a bunch of cool Kenner ones. This is the Bull Alien. These are from the early 90s. Got the Alien Queen. She's quite cool. We've got a Predator there. I forget what this one's actually called, but again, quite cool. There's the Cougar. And he comes complete with a piece that he fires off the top of his head there. And we've got Ellen Ripley. And one of the Marines. These all come with their accessories as well, which is really, really cool. Including these facehuggers and Queen Chestburster down here. And back there we've got the Snake Alien. That one does have a break in the tail, unfortunately. But yeah, you weren't wrong. You caught it there in the background, didn't you? There's the McFarlane Toys Movie Maniacs Alien versus Predator Deluxe box set. All in excellent condition. Box is a little bit faded, and obviously the figures have been out on display, but very, very cool. I did check it, and the light up feature on the eggs does still work. That's awesome. And one of my all-time favourites is this, the Alien Queen set. I always liked this one. Very, very cool. Sadly, one of the arms has broken at the shoulder. It does, as you can see though, it does go back in and it holds very well. There's still some articulation there. I suppose you could glue it if you really wanted to, but it doesn't actually need it. Still displays very nicely. And then up there we've also got, from the same trade-in, Micro Machines Ice Planetor from Empire Strikes Back. Inside it doesn't look like it's been taken out of the box, and there's all your figures as well. And yes, there's that really cool, I always liked these when these first came out, the Action Man 007 range. This one's the GoldenEye one. And yeah, let's give you a bit of a close-up of it, eh? Let's... Oh, nice to do that without knocking over any aliens, that's cool. So yeah, as you can see, it does come with a film cell in there from the film. There's Pierce himself, Pierce Brosnan, excuse the shaky cam. And there he is. Very cool. And they did do quite a few in the range, as you can see. And in the past, I have had all of these. There's some of the others. And here's a handful more of Star Wars The Vintage Collection that was brought in on Saturday. And here we go, we've got a carbonised Shore Trooper from the Vintage Collection. Very snazzy looking card backs of these, aren't they? the figures don't look bad either. I just don't know how you display these. If you're going to take them out of the packaging, I think they kind of need to remain in, don't they? These are certainly on-card collector's pieces, aren't they? And there's a Jin Urso. Guessing someone's been raiding the game sales. We've got a Supreme Leader Snoke, which is quite cool because I've literally just sold one of those on the website, so this will replace it. We've got a Rey Jakku from Force Awakens. And probably the best of the bunch, we have a Rebel Fleet Trooper from Rogue One. Now this is from the Tantive 5 hallway playset. Very cool. I like this one. And another regular customer, stroke viewer, stroke Patreon, brought me in a couple of cool trades. He brought a Nendoroid and my first opened JoyToy figure. I can't wait to have a look. And the Nendoroid he brought in is the Shoto Todoroki, I think that's how you pronounce it, from My Hero Academia. Now, apparently it's the Heroes Edition. I don't know what difference that makes, but yeah, there we go. That's what it is. Right, it's still sealed, so I can't take it out for you to have a look at, but there he is, that's what he comes with. And I do believe this is a genuine one. He actually bought it from me in the first place, so I'm pretty sure of it. But let's move you aside, because this is what I want to take a look at. The Warhammer 40,000 Astra Militarum Death Corps of Krieg Veteran Squad Guardsman Communications Specialist. Wow, that's a mouthful, from JoyToy. Now, this is as much as I've seen of these before, so I've not actually seen one in hand. But I did get chanced to take this out of the box and have a little look at it. Now yes, these are quite small. They are to scale with Star Wars figures, 3.75 inch. They are advertised as 1/18 scale. Don't know if it actually says it on the box. No, it doesn't. They are advertised online and everywhere else and by the manufacturer as 1/18 scale, which means they go with the big die-cast cars, I suppose. Not that anyone buys them for that. But that makes them about this tall. Yeah, it's a pretty cool figure, is that? Now, admittedly, I think he looks a little bit daft without his helmet, so let's get the helmet and put it on. There we are. That looks loads better. Yeah, I like these. I like the detail on them. I think they look quite nice. They have quite a nice aesthetic going on. Really, really cool. I'm not going to get all the accessories out and try ramming them into the hands, because looking at this through the lens of a camera, I'm going to end up breaking something. But they've got very smooth articulation. Really, really nice. Oh, there goes the helmet. I knew I'd end up dropping it off. Oh, there we go. Let's put it back on. There we are. Doesn't look like an SS soldier at all, does it? See, very nice detail there. Very nice detail. Don't want to be too forceful with the moving things around. Excuse my dirty fingernails, I am at work here, you know. Yeah, really, really cool. Action figure is that. I like it. I do like it. Goodness help me when they get round to releasing the Horus Heresy ones. So I don't tend to do the whole drama thing on YouTube. That's not really my bag, and I thought long and hard about even talking about this, and I don't know if this is even going to make the final cut. But yeah, this week a customer who's been coming into my shop for 12, maybe 14 years, he bought 3 items off me, and I looked at them when he brought them to me. I was like, they seem cheap. They seem very cheap. And I served him, and he left. Later, I had to take those items off the website, and I take photographs of most of the things I sell to remind me to take them off the website later. And when I looked at these photos, I realised that the price stickers were over the area where the previous price sticker had been. You could see the gummy residue of a previous price sticker. And I thought, that's strange. Why would I have had another price sticker on this? And I was like, that's why these seem cheap. He'd taken the price off and put a cheaper one on of another item. Now, I know a lot of people probably look at that and don't think of it as stealing. It is. If you don't pay the price that is on that item and you deceptively pay a lower price, that's technically stealing. And I thought, I've known this guy for over 10 years. He's a good lad. He's been coming in all this time. I now wonder whether or not he's done this before. But I thought, no, I'm kidding myself. Can't be right. Took the items off the website. They were higher price. Both of the items had been repriced at £4. One was 8 originally, the other was 12. Yeah. Now, it's not so much the money that I've lost on this that bothers me. That's neither here nor there. This is the fact that it's someone that I trusted because of how long he's been coming in this shop. And now I know that I can't, and it's that sense of betrayal that bothers me more than anything. I thought, did I have these labelled up wrong? Is this me? Now, fortunately, that area of the shop where those items were are quite well monitored by CCTV. And yes, I can see very clearly you taking price tickets off, trying to distract by looking at something else while doing something else with your hands, taking the price tickets off. I can see you very clearly doing that. I can see very clearly who you are. Not that I didn't already know. I know you've done this. You know you've done this. If you're watching this, don't bother coming back again. You're not welcome here. Well, I'm sorry to end on such a dour note. I suppose we can't win them all, can we? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you again next week. Remember to give us that like, subscribe, and ring that ding-a-ling. Take care, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.